All right, welcome back to Showboating Sports, man. We are in the building. So if you're new to the channel, please the like, hit the like and subscribe button. And I'm glad you guys could be returning. If you're returning people, guess what? Appreciate it. We got a pretty good show tonight. We will be talking about will Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman? That is the question of the night. And we're gonna start letting people roll up in here in this camp and see how it goes down. See how it goes down. So, all right, go get people a second roll up in here. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. All right, here we go. Let's get this party started. All right. We got a like on the page. That's cool. Salute, Mr. Anthony. Appreciate it. Hassana. Rather see him fight Boots than Thurman. Yep. I totally understand. Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody could be rolling up in here tonight. Yeah, man. You guys see the WBC rolled it all out. We've been talking about it. Hassana. Appreciate you rolling up in here, fam. Said Thurman will get destroyed. He might. We never know. But I tell you what, Hassana, let me tell you this. I don't know if you've been on any other shows or you heard me say it. I'm still in my feelings about Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is a really good fighter. He really is, man. And I've heard through the grapevine, somebody was on her was saying that they heard Keith Thurman is down in Florida and he's been in training camp for the longest. So hopefully Keith is back. I would rather see Keith Thurman have to go through Boots before he gets a shot at Spence because I'm still salty how he held up the division. I've said that plenty of times. So I'll still stand on that. What's up, Clint Eastwood? Appreciate you, fam. But the thing about it is I want to see the fight. I want to see Spence and him fight. I really do. I want to see Spence fight all of them. Definitely Bud, but I think Keith Thurman should have to go through Jaron Ennis first. But if the WBC orders it and Spence fights Keith Thurman, I'm all for it. You ain't gonna hear me cry about it because Keith Thurman would be a good fight. It'd be a really good fight. And I really think, to be honest, Keith Thurman was what's up, Mike? I think Keith Thurman was ahead on the scorecards with Manny. And you know that knockdown he got, you got to score the knockdown because he's getting punched, but he was stepping back. And it looked as if Manny had stepped on his foot, which made Keith Thurman fall. Then Keith got hit with that body shot. Keith ain't really good with those body shots in that right spot. It gets him. But I like to see it because Keith can crack. He's got some speed, but Keith knows how to win, man. Said his body is soft and Spence kills the body. Yeah, it does. I would love to see how Keith gets out of that, but Keith is a really knowledgeable fighter, man. What's up, Mike? Yeah, Keith's a good, knowledgeable fighter, man. So I don't think it's going to be just a cakewalk for Spence. You know what I mean? One time can talk good, one when the fight happens. Yeah, for the fight happens. What's cracking, Adrian? Appreciate you rolling up here in the camp, man. Guess what, man? We don't have your so-called porn on the screen, my bro. Hey, we're talking about will Spence fight Keith Thurman. Now the WBC ordered it. They ordered some pretty good fights, man. They ordered some pretty good ones. They did. They ordered some good ones, man. Let me go ahead and see this. Hold on. I'm going to get this thing right up here. Hold on. Oh. Let me get this up. We're going to get this up. The phone lines, guys. The phone lines are up and running. So that's up and going. So you guys can call in anytime. And so we're going to roll down. I'm going to add something to here. So this way, as we discussing this today, it'll be right here. Right, I need it. Oh, let me find it. Real quick. Y'all give me one quick second. Here it is right here. There it is right here. Hold on. It's uploading. Here we go. Check this out. All right, right there. Can y'all see that? Said the WBC, they ordered Deontay Wilder. They ordered Andy Ruiz. Hold on, let me get back up here. Let me get back up here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me take this comment thing out so you guys can see it real quick. All right, there we go. See a little bit better on my screen. Okay, it says Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, Shakur versus Isaac Cruz, Teofimo Lopez, Sandor Martin, and Sebastian Fundora versus Tony Harrison. So those are all the fights that the WBC are ordering, right? And we all talked about it last night. Will they make the fight? Just because it's ordered don't mean they're gonna make the fight. So there we are, What's up with your T-word? What's going on with you, man? Yeah, man. We talking this talk tonight. Hey, you was right. They went ahead and ordered it. So now we're gonna see if Spence is gonna take the fight. It's a big holdup going on, so I don't know if they're getting their money right, trying to make it work. And guys, I finally got to watch that Bud interview today, so I got to go over that. Clint Eastwood said, "I'm so happy that the WBC is being proactive. We needed this. Yeah, we definitely needed this." And I got to watch that interview because yesterday I hadn't saw it yet, but I saw it, and I got to internalize all of that what Bud was saying on there, right? And hopefully, Mr. Hennessy, was it Martin Hennessy? Was that his name? Was in yesterday. Hopefully, he comes back on tonight because I got a few words to say about that to carry on about that. Hassan Hassan said, get the thumbs up. Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for showing the channel some love, man. Yeah. Mex said, salute to the channel and chat. New subscriber, like button, smash. Appreciate you, man. Come on in, sound off. If you guys look on the screen, I have the phone number going across the screen, so the phone line stays open. So if anybody's got something they want to say that they don't want to type into the section or want to say about something else, something that someone else has said, feel free to call in. We'll give you a few minutes on here to say it and get it on out. And so my question tonight is Will Spence Jr. Fight Keith Thurman? And then plus, I also want to talk to you guys about that Fundora and Tony Harrison. What do you guys think about that fight? That's going to be a fight, man. That's a fight. Fundora and Tony Harrison should be a good fight. It really should be. Because Tony Harrison can box, man. Tony can box, man. I like to see it. Thing about it is, I don't know. Fundora, hey, that dude is like fighting Stretch Armstrong, man. He's like fighting Stretch Armstrong, man. Guys, but the thing about it is he don't fight tall. He fights inside. Craziest shit I done seen, man. That's one of the craziest body structures to go in there and wanting to bang. I don't get it, but it works for him. The dude got some power. You say you love that fight? Man, dude, I definitely love that fight. I think that's a great fight to happen. Mick said, depends on the money. Spence has multiple reasons to move up to 154, but if the money is right, he taking that Thurman fight unless he really meant what he said. I think the cat meant what he said, but I am going to tell you this. If he moves up, he vacates that WBC belt. So that puts him in a dilemma, man. That puts Spence in a big dilemma because he still wants to be, because think about it. If he doesn't get that Bud fight, all his work at 147 was just really in vain, man. Uh-oh. T-Word said, I saw Ann Wolf documentary today and said that showed her fighting a 6'6" woman. Good God. She fought somebody that was 6'6"? I don't remember that fight. I definitely don't remember that fight. Was it? Because a 6'6" woman, could she fight? Because she fight? Because Fundora can bang at that height to be in that, but how the hell did Oh, okay. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go look that up. I didn't know that. Said one punch KO. Wow. Makes it worse. Documentary. She is the truth. I remember that fight. I saw it live. I don't remember that fight. I don't even remember it. Oh, okay. Ann Wolf was a beast, dude. She was a beast. Wolf was a beast, boy. The way Bud acting, he's showing Spence he never wanted to fight. So what's the point in staying at 147? Hey, man. Yeah, it's crazy. But I saw that documentary, and there was a few things that stood out to me on that documentary too. Vonda Ward. Okay. Vonda Ward. I'll go check it out. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it right here on my thing right now. So I can go check that one out, man. Uh-huh. Hold on. I'm gonna put this thing in. There we go. Oh, I got it. Got it up right there. They call it the greatest punch in women's boxing. HLD. What's up? What's up? Appreciate you rolling up in here. Yeah, they say that's the biggest knockout. Not to distract from the target, but thinking of 6'6" fighters. Yeah. Later I did lead ducked and whoop. Yep. Hold on. It's crazy, man. Thurman getting that body beat down. Hey, it's gonna happen. As Spence fan, I can understand why Bud didn't want to sit on the shelf a whole year. He's older and saw non-active fighters get smoked. Yeah, but listen. I can understand that, but I had to take a little credit away from Bud when you could have agreed to that fight a little bit earlier. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He could have agreed to that fight a little bit earlier. You know, so yeah, he could have agreed to that one a little bit earlier. I think but listening to him talk, let me say this. Bud said that he was talking to them in June, right? But he said, actually, I talked to them before June, and it really wasn't about nothing. But when June came along, I told them they wanted to talk, and I told them, I was serious about making the Spence fight. So I took it over to Spence, right? So my point is, you and them, they were talking back and forth from what Bud said. So it was already, he said it wasn't on the table, but they was already on the table trying to figure out what they could work out, who they could fight, and trying to figure out how to do business with them. You know what I mean? But it is what it is right now. We got what we got, and we got to deal with what we got. Adrian said Thurman will start to press forward up to a point. Then the body snatcher will begin to hurt him. I got Spence within 10 rounds. It's a good assessment. It's a real good assessment. One thing is smart. Keith Thurman's a hell of a smart fighter, dude. He really is. He's smart as hell. I think he had a lot of ring rust because of Manny. When he fought Manny, Keith could have beat Manny. I don't know how Manny caught him with that body shot that hurt him, but that was it. But he still dealt with it. If it wasn't for that, Keith was ahead on that fight, but that's all Keith's fault. And I'm not taking up for Keith. Keith should have been sitting there damn dodging all the people holding up the damn division. That's the problem I got with Keith. And that's why I say Keith should have to fight Boots. But if he gets to go into the Spence fight, he gets what he wants, and I'm cool with that too. Because I want to see Spence beat him. I want to see that fight go down. But it ain't gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy for Spence to beat Thurman. Thurman is not a pushover by far. He's not. Thurman's got a little bit of something in there, and it's gonna be a good one. He said, but Spence can cut the ring off. He can't run too much. Yeah. But Thurman's got some really good. Thurman, listen, his IQ. Thurman works the ring very well. Thurman's he very rarely on that Manny fight. I don't know why he backed up straight back a little bit, kind of to the side, but Manny, Stepped on his foot a little bit as he went back, but he said I could see Thurman getting hurt in sparring and the fight being changed. Earl could get a last minute tune up. Ugas back. Yeah, but this is the thing that I'm thinking about with Thurman. Thurman actually was training before that Mario Barrios fight. I think he went up to Big Bear. He was somewhere training. And then he said he was going to continue to train. And we ain't heard a lot from Thurman. So that tells me two things. If Thurman really wants that fight and Thurman somewhere training and is in shape and really working out, because when he showed up, Thurman was in real nice shape the last fight. He was ripped up. You could see he had really been taking it serious. Normally, Thurman kind of looks a little, he don't look as lean, But this last time he showed up real good and lean. Bud was scheming since June. Let that sink in, Bud, buddies. Yep. Hey, Showboatin, did you hear Manny is considering fighting Spence? I think that's cap. Oh, yeah. He said that he won't run like Crawford. Said he won't run like that. Thurman will be a tune-up. Yeah, but Thurman's a fight, man. I ain't looking past Thurman. You can't look past him. But yeah, I heard Manny say that. And Manny would go in there and take that. It's more of a cash grab. And hopefully he can get lucky. But Manny don't need to be in there with them little young guys no more. Not at all. Now, I tell you who I'd like to see Manny fight. Manny could put up a good fight. I don't think Manny beats Bud Spence. I'd like to see the Thurman rematch, but Thurman will get him. Thurman get him. But I would like to see him fight somebody like Ortiz, Virgil Ortiz. That'd be a good fight. I think Spence beat Thurman convincingly. There's a reason why he openly ducked Spence when he was the champion. Yeah, of course. But plus he wanted to, listen, Thurman was doing the same shit that Bud is doing right now. But Thurman's doing the same thing he was doing, that Bud is doing. But trying to find an easier fight and still make that money. Thurman was okay with fighting somebody like, somebody else. He figured he had Danny's number. He figured he had that. Figured he had Sean Porter's number. You know what I mean? And after that, he didn't want no Spence. When he saw what he did to Kell Brook, he's like, I ain't trying to go in there with that dude. Said Thurman's a gatekeeper. He's done. He isn't the same man. He lost drive. That's the same thing I thought too. I definitely think Sean Porter lost the drive. And I honestly think that I'm thinking that Danny Garcia is losing the drive too. I think Danny Garcia is about to on the way out too. I think they both, I think Danny's grabbing some paydays and that kind of stuff, but still dangerous, still can go in there and crack, but I don't see Danny beating a lot of people at 154, man, unless he was really hungry. He's not beating Tony Harrison. He's not beating none of them dudes, really. Says Spence versus Thurman will happen. Money will soften a bitter heart. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. Well, the biggest thing is they got Spence by the kahunas, man. They tell Spence, if you don't fight Thurman, now that it's ordered, and like T Word said, he thinks that the WBC is going to overstep, they're going to supersede all the other belts, right? So if they do that, then guess what? Spence has no choice but to take that fight. He does. Danny's a businessman. Much respect to that man outside the ring moves. Yeah. Danny is. But I think that he's in the twilight of his career. You know what I mean? Danny can beat Castaño and Zoo. You think he can? I don't know if he beats Castaño. I don't think Danny beats Castaño. I don't. Not that Castaño that fought Jamel Charlo the first time. At Jamel, the one that fought Jamel Charlo, well, the second was the same. He was the same in both fights. I think Jamel just listened to Derek James a lot more. Danny just bought a building in Philly. He's turned into a bar restaurant. Yeah. Plus, he got them two fine sisters. You know what I mean? He's helping them with their careers, stuff like that. Them women are fine. Maybe even Lubin. Oh, so you think he beat Lubin too? Nah, I don't think he beats Lubin, man. Even Boise Ennis thinks the WBC is going to bypass them. Well, hey, listen, they know you could be right. Listen, it's happened before. Who do you think will beat Fundora, if any? I think Tony Harrison will beat him. I can't say specifically he will, but it'll be a good fight. I can't wait to see the Fundora and Tony Harrison fight. I would like to see that. Tony Harrison is a technician, man. Yeah, and they done that. So Tony Harrison wanna get that right. He wants to get that right. That was just because Jamel made it harder than needed to be the first time. I agree with that. That's why I switched my words up and I said, well, the first one, I said, but the second one, he got in on there and listened to Derrick James. Oh, those his cousins. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know they was Danny's cousins. I knew they all from Philly around the same gym. Oh, the Garcias personally? Okay. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's probably why it never came up about them fighting or any of that stuff. Okay. Never knew that. But I want to see Fundora fight Tony Harrison now that the WBC ordered that. Hey, listen, the WBC gave us all what we wanted on paper. You know what I mean? Yeah, the twins. Yeah, the twins. Them girls are bad. But I'm thinking, man, T word, I don't think Danny can beat them dudes, man. I don't think he beats Castano, dude. I really don't think he beats Castano. I don't. Because Castano, man, he can take a good punch. And Danny is a good counter puncher, but Danny can't break a fighter down like Jermell can. Jermell broke dude down. Jermell broke Castano down. He did. He took it to him and broke it. Took it out of him. And if you can't do that, you can't stop him in that body. Castano had a good chin because that's what Jermell was trying to do. Jermell was trying to knock him out. He couldn't knock him out. He was getting himself tired and taking punches right along with it. And what he did was, like you said, he listened to Derrick James. We all agree on that. And what did Derrick James say? Stay on that body. Stay on it. Eventually, towards the end of the fight, it took it. It took it. Said Danny can box and pressure fighters are suckers for a good counter. Yeah. Pressure fighters are suckers for good counters. They are, but man, I don't know, man. I don't know if Danny can hit that hard. Danny cracks. Don't get it twisted. But you see what Jermell had to go through to get him out of there? I don't think that Danny's got that same oomph that Jermell got. It took a lot for Jermell to stop that dude. It did. First fight, he got rocked. Second fight, he was getting he didn't come out without a scratch. You know what I mean? I just don't think Danny's got that in him. Got all that Jermell brought to the fight in him. You said, I think Broner versus Garcia would still be a pretty good fight. And Danny Garcia? Broner? Nah. Danny beats that. Danny beats Broner. Because Broner don't let his hands go. Said, riddle me this. Who am I? Running and ducking, huh? I think that would be Bud. And the old Keith Thurman. Let's say that. It was the old Keith Thurman. Yep. But I don't think Broner beats Garcia. Nah, Broner can't beat Danny, man. Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think that at all. Danny is a good fighter, man. He really is. Said Jermell let Castano get his back on the ropes and wouldn't use the ring. But of course, Danny Garcia can't duplicate that. Nah, he can't. But listen, you got to have enough to keep him back. And Jermell was hitting him with everything, including the kitchen sink, and couldn't stop that dude. You know what I mean? He rocked him a little bit. He just kept on coming back. I just don't think Danny has all that in him to do Castano like that. Jalen Harris said, no disrespect to Keith, but there's no way he putting up with Earl's volume of punches. Spence TKO 7 to 8 rounds. That's a good assessment. It's a damn good assessment. Danny would be a great fight for Bud. Yeah, Danny would. Yeah. But back to your point, Jalen. Hey, I think you're right. I like to see the fight, but really, like I said, I wish Keith Thurman would have to go through boots. I'd love to see that. You know what I mean? Because I'm still salty with him. But at the end of the day, Keith Thurman's a really good fighter. But we all know that Keith doesn't take body shots very well. And Spence gives body shots like the best of them, right? He's like textbook on that. So I don't see it, but Keith knows how to his way around the ring, man. Keith does. He does. He knows it. And Keith can crack too. Keith got some punching on him. So I say Earl's going to win that fight, but I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk. like everybody. A lot of people's trying to act like Keith is just washed up, like Keith couldn't beat Virgil Ortiz or any of them other guys, because Keith done stayed out the ring too long. And then going that distance with Mario Barrios wasn't a good look for Keith. It just really wasn't. He said Danny didn't do anything at 147. He was gifted a belt fighting pillow punchers, Paulie, but didn't do much after that. Danny was more effective at 140. He really was. And the thing about it is when Danny fought Sean Porter, he didn't let his hands go enough like he should have. When he fought Spence, he really wasn't letting his hands go like he should have until the end of the fight, towards that last round when it seemed like Spence kind of backed off the gas a little bit. And maybe that was Spence, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's the opponent make you where you can't get off, you know what I'm saying? So, and Sean Porter was all on him like a cheap suit, you know what I mean? He said he was at his best at 140, but couldn't make weight. Same problem at 147. But him and Thurman at 154 will be popping. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Keith should hire Blu-ray if Earl not using them. I agree. Keith should. That's the same thing I thought. I'm thinking why these other fighters don't do that. But what Blu-ray said was he's not working with another welterweight if it ain't Spence. Oh, yeah, T-Word said Blu-ray ain't working with Keith. Yeah, he said that he ain't training no welterweight, but he'll train other people. You know what I mean? Keith's just not active enough to be on top of his game. I agree. And that, to me, it shows a lack of hunger. You know what I'm saying? He said Spence has a way of making guys put their hands in their pockets. He does. Spence does. He does. Listen, after you start taking a few of them body shots, man, that shit ain't fun. You know what I mean? That body shot sucks the power out of you and all that. You keep getting caught in the ribs and on the side. It makes you drop them hands. It makes you where you ain't as active because you're like, man, hold on. Let me sit here and block a little bit. Let me see what this dude is doing. And the best offense is sometimes, the best defense is sometimes a great offense. Spence got a real good defense, but the way he shoots all them shots, you got to open up to go in there and trade licks with Spence. And he doesn't slow down. Spence doesn't slow down. T-Word said he beats on their hips too. Oh, yeah. He hits them on the hips a whole lot. A whole lot. Spence is special. I don't understand why people don't see that. I don't know. A lot of people see it, but they just don't want to see it. You know, a lot of people that follow boxing, man, they ain't into just loving the sport. They just into fanboying. They find a fighter that they like or a fighter that they don't like, and they don't care about who they fight. They just hope they get beat. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people that thinks Bud gonna beat Spence is a lot of people that just don't like Spence. You know what I mean? But I don't think a lot of people is beating Spence to beat Bud because they just don't like Bud. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people just Bud, and I'm not trying to be funny, Bud just wasn't. Bud, you know, everybody thought about Bud, said, okay, he's #1 pound for pound, but a lot of people question his resume. Bud's resume has kept him in a bad situation all the time. And then everybody was on Bud's side because they was like, we see Keith ain't wanting to fight him. We see Sean Porter ain't wanting to fight him. And it was like he's stuck. You know, he's trapped. So that made a lot of people get on Bud's side. Said Spence is the Tim Duncan of boxing. He ain't flashy, but he's going to beat you down with the fundamentals. Hell yeah, he will. He definitely will beat you down with the fundamentals. But that's what boxing is. That's the sweet science of boxing. You know what I mean? He said punches to the shoulders, hip punches stops your feet. And he said a shoulder and real punches drop your hands. Now your eyes are hurt. Hey, then you got your eyes messed up. Yeah, AM Sports rolled up in here. Appreciate you, fam. Yeah, I'll be on AM Sports this Sunday at 4 p.m. So you guys want to check that out. They invited me on the show, and I totally appreciate it. Appreciate you guys rolling up in here. But yeah, I think the biggest thing about Bud, and let's just be honest, man. I always thought it was Bob Arum about Bud. I really did. But then when when he re-signed, I had a problem with that. I was like, man, come on, Bud. You want to make this fight? Why re-sign? Right? So then he became a free agent. I was like, well, okay, cool. You know what I mean? You know, I knew he was hesitant about fighting Sean Porter, but I thought it was more of because he was still at Top Rank and he just really wanted off Top Rank, right? But when he got a free agent, now I see Bud totally different. You know what I'm saying? I see him different. You know, Sean Porter was right that Bud stays in his feelings. And Bud just told us, he said, hey, I've been in talks with BLK for the longest and since June. That's what he said out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said out of his mouth. And once I saw that, I was like, man, come on, man. But at the end of the day, man, we beating a dead horse now. Bud could have chosen somebody better, and he didn't. So that shows me the character of Bud, period. Bud could have said, hey, listen, I'll accept that, but because you know it came up in the conversation of who you going to be fighting for you to pay me this kind of money. You know what I'm saying? And he said he talked to Al Heyman. He said, I talked to Al Heyman. Al Heyman is a cool dude. And you know, and I'm gonna tell you something else too. Checking in with the homie Showboating. Yeah. So this is the thing. What's up, Chris Trucker? How you doing, man? Appreciate it. Bud has no character. Man, it was just messed up what Bud did, man. And because the thing that he's putting out there on them is all about people's character. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, yeah, man, I was sitting here and I got screwed, right? But Spence said, I didn't have no guaranteed money. And people that know the business know you make more money off the other end. I'll tell you what, you guys need to go see the interview with, they were talking to American. And American, I think it's Fight Hype. It was talking to American. It was asking American about it. And he was talking about Bud and that kind of stuff. But the subject got on about Al Heyman. And what is his thoughts about Al Heyman? He said, man, I love working with Al Heyman. He said, Al Heyman treated me good. He said, hey, Al Heyman told me what money fights to take, the next fight I needed to take. He said he was right there with me the whole time, talked highly of Al Heyman. Everybody speaks highly of Al Heyman. But when you hear it about Bud, but man, I'm getting screwed and they trying to mess me over and this and that, man, that's character stuff with these guys, man. That's really dragging their name through the mud. Now, if you don't agree with what the deal you getting, I understand that. I understand that, man. I'm not trying to tell you to do something that you feel uncomfortable with, right? But when you make it seem like, man, I got screwed. How they screw you, man? How they screw you? Yeah, man. How did they screw you? Because if you notice, you're going to make more money that way. Al is showing you a way to make more money. You know what I'm saying? Every fighter is saying they making money, but Bud. You know what I mean? But you're not questioning MTK Global. That's not a question for you. You trust them wholeheartedly. You trust BLK wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? You trust these guys. And then not only you trust these guys, you go try to take people from Al and try to turn them against Al. Hey, man, come on over here. Man, that's some grimy shit, man. That's grimy. That's grimy shit. Uh-oh. I didn't see it. Hold on. Let me go back up. Hold on. I didn't see that comment. Hold on. Let me see where it is. Sorry about that, Marvin. Said, what do you think about the rumors that Crawford has cut ties with Bo Mack? Nah, I don't think so. I think what it is Bo Mack, honestly, I think Bo Mack is taking the high road, man. I think Bo Mack taking the high road. He like, man, y'all not gonna drag my name through the mud with y'all, man. You know what I mean? It's best if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing out, right? But for this fight, Bo Mack will be with Keyshawn on December the 10th. You think so? I say it's a good chance he'll be with Keyshawn because Keyshawn needs it more than Bud needs it. Because Bud is just gonna be a sparring match. Bud's battle is gonna be a sparring match. You know what I mean? Bud even said in the interview that a lot of people were scared of David Avanesian. He said a few fighters didn't take that fight because he's dangerous. Chris Tucker said that part really said it all for me. When EJ said he didn't have a guarantee, I knew they were controlling the narrative. Yep. Bud has no honor. Integrity is going to come back around to bite him. He's been grimy. Yeah, you know what? That's some grimy stuff, man. Go make your money, man. You can tell he gets on the phone with Spence and Al and acts like a groupie, then turns around. I don't know if it's that. But I do know one thing. I do know one thing is that you got, like what we always say, man, you got to stand on that shit, man. You got to stand on it. You know what I mean? If you feel like Al Heyman and them are treating you wrong or you're getting the bad end of the deal, but then you agree. That's the problem I'm having. But you say you agree. Then when it all comes out, you know what I mean? And you can ask around about Al Heyman's contracts. But the thing that I'm saying is, if you say, I'm going to go take the BLK money and Spence, I'll catch you next year, just come out, stand on the shit. I respect that. Stand on it. But don't try to drag them dudes through the mud, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had a better buffet with Keyshawn versus Bud in Omaha. So Boback. Oh, y'all crazy. Yeah, man. Made bad business decisions. Yeah, man. But I just think Bomac taking the high road, man. I think Bomac like, nah, man. You know, because you ain't heard nothing from Bomac. You know what I'm saying? And Bernie the Boxer, man, that's just, he on some old, man, that's, listen, man, it's one thing about backing your boy, but backing your boy on dumb shit. I'm like, look, bro, listen, if, let me tell you something. If I was Bernie the Boxer, I'd just say what he told me he said, and I back off at. Hey, Champ told me I could tell y'all this, and bam. You know what I mean? And I stay out of that. Because guess what? Terrence Crawford will not always be fighting. He's 35 years old, man. He's getting towards the twilight of his career. And what y'all gonna do after that? You still gonna want to do your YouTube. You still want to have credibility, right? Bud burnt bridges that Bomac needs to have to cross over. And then Terrence ain't thinking about this shit either. You got Terrence Bud Crawford Promotions, right? When you're not an active fighter no more, you're not as valuable. So what you gonna do at that point? Let all your fighters go? Let them out, let them go sign with somebody else? If you still want to be into boxing, if you still want to be in the boxing, you still gotta have a relationship with these people, man. You still got to. So why the hell would you burn those bridges? You know what I'm saying? Said exactly, Bud ain't got that many fights left in him. Hell no, he don't. But he's burning bridges. That's the problem that I have with him, man. And he's one of them dudes that's thick-headed, man. Bud is thick damn headed. You can't tell Bud shit. Bud feel like, man, I'm rich, I'm on top of the world. I ain't gotta listen to nobody. But you wrong, bruh. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong, man. You got to work with people. You got to listen to people because the fans, we help pay you. We support you. And because we support you, the networks are willing to pay with you and deal with you. But when you out here burning all these damn bridges, man, that shit gonna come back and bite Bud right in the ass. All that arrogant shit is gonna bite him in the ass, man. Y'all mark my words, it's gonna bite him in the ass, man. And Bud is a real good fighter. Was my number one pound for pound fighter. He was. I took up for that dude, man. Said Bud lost credibility to the point that nobody will do business with him. He's going to need to take a major fight for whatever they throw at him, money-wise, or retire. Yeah, but the problem is once he retires, they're going to really show their ass on him. You know what I mean? You want longevity, I would think, if you're going to have Terrence Bud Crawford Promotions. You know, if you own a promotional company, man, there's ways you could have done it. You know what I'm saying? You don't drag them dudes through the mud. You could have just said, hey, I agree to everything. I would rather have upfront money. I'm taking a percentage, which I don't really like. I've never had to do that, but I agree to it, something that I'm not used to. And in the meantime, they want to fight next year. So I'm going to take a fight right now. And I'm going to go ahead and fight this fight this year. Get me one out the way, and I'll take that fight then. That way I'm getting guaranteed money up front. It's a dude out there that I want to fight. You ain't got to say that dude is a sparring partner or a punching bag. You ain't got to say that as Bud, but you can just say, I'm going to fight him. I'm going to fight him. He is a ranked guy. I'm going to take that fight because that's who they offer me to fight. And I leave it at that. That's what I would have done. But Bud ain't trying to do that. Bud's just trying to be arrogant. Bud is always up in his damn feelings, man. And that's sad, man. But like I said, guys, if anybody got something they want to say, man, you guys feel free to call in anytime. The number's going across the screen, and you guys can call in and sound off. And if the phone don't seem like it picks up, just let me know. Because I don't know what the hell it was doing last night. Last night was kind of crazy. People trying to call in, and I think it was Hennessy. Hennessy was trying to call in. I bet Hennessy thought I was trying to dodge him, but that wasn't true. Yeah, he said AM. AM Sports said, exactly. It's the way he went about it. Right. It's the way he went about it, man. It's the way he went about it. Just if you choose to do something, stand on it. You know what I mean? Said many believe Crawford's next move will be to duck Spence again and fight Broner on BLK. Yep. 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 I don't know if he's gonna fight Broner, but I'll give you those shots to him. I'll definitely let you fire some shots at him. You know what I mean? Hold on. We get that. That definitely goes through Bud. But like I said, man, the phone line's open, guys. You know what I mean? So you guys want to call in, feel free. Yeah, man, Bud is acting like a diva, bro. Bud is definitely acting like a diva, man. Yeah, yeah. And I stand on that. I stand on that. And anybody don't like it, there you go. Here you go. One more time. There you go. Hey, you guys can call in and debate me. Hey, I'm cool with it. I take it. I'm here for all the smoke, either way. Say we here for all the smoke, man. Yeah, man, but that's sad, man. Like I said, I'm glad I saw that video today because now, hey, I saw exactly how it went down. He said if Errol didn't want to do business with Thurman, he definitely doesn't want to F with Crawford at this point. The difference is, let me tell you this, and Still TV, let me tell you this. If it wasn't for Crawford having that last belt to make him be undisputed, he wouldn't fight Bud. He would right now, he would have tried to fight Bud, he'd have walked away. Because right now, Bud knows he's holding that damn belt hostage. And Bud is acting like a damn diva. I got something that you want. Y'all gonna roll out the red carpet. I got one freaking belt, and I want you guys to pay me handsomely for this one belt. When I don't have a lot of people in my welterweight resume that amounts to shit. You know what I'm saying? But I want you cats to pay me accordingly. And it's messed up. It's messed up. So Spence got to deal with that. Spence got to deal with it. That's why Spence said, man, I'm going to stop him. I'm going to stop him. Man, it's so damn personal with Spence and Bud right now, but definitely with Spence. You know what I mean? Said Bud hasn't even given us one fight to remember him by. You're exactly right. Avery 81st said, you're exactly right. Exactly. Because Bud has said Errol needs him. Bud keeps holding on to that. You know what I mean? Bud knows he's in the right position. Bud knew all this time, deep in his head, Spence gonna get all the belts, and when he does, I'm gonna be right here. You know what I mean? And Big Mac, aka Bo Mac, said the same. Yeah, man, they holding that belt hostage. What's up, Miss Hernandez? How you doing, young lady? Glad you rolled up in here in the camp. What you think? You think Spence is gonna fight Keith Thurman? Looks like that's what it's heading towards. Marvin said, I don't think Crawford will ever give Spence the chance to be great at his expense. He has an intense jealousy of Spence. Listen, I was just going to say that. I think, honestly, this is what I think. Bud, to me, it's a little jealousy going on because, and I said this on another live, is because Bud won belts. He's been undisputed. He felt like because he was undisputed, he was going to roll up at 147 and say, hey, I'm the undisputed champ at 140, and now I'm up at 147. Y'all should fight me, no problem, because I'm Bud, right? Keith Thurman was like, nah, go get a belt. Spence was like, nah, go get a belt. So when he finally came up, got that belt, they were already into it. Spence had his eyes already set on Keith Thurman before Bud was even up there. Bud was still at 140. Bud was at 140 when Spence was trying to fight Thurman. So he gonna go after who he knows first. And now Bud, now he done got all in his damn feelings. You know what I'm saying? He done got all in his damn feelings like, hey, I'm here. I want y'all to roll out the red carpet. That's acting like a diva, man. You know what I'm saying? He's acting like a diva. And it's showing. Oh, man, this and that. And you telling me Bud don't have nobody on his team that can explain to him that you make more money off the back end? They not explaining to him that when he says, I want to see, I want everything to be transparent, that it's a law on the books for transparency? He don't know that? You gonna tell me Bud is a millionaire and he don't know that shit? Bud knows it, man. Bud just playing them damn games, dude. He's playing them games. And he held them dudes on because he wanted to go get that money up. Because what happened was, I think in the very beginning, Bud thought, Hey, they gonna roll out the red carpet. I'm gonna go get some guaranteed money, right? BM B Megastar. What's up with you, man? What's up? Sorry about that. B Megastar. Glad you rolled up in here. Remember, Bud never had a successful pay-per-view? Right. Yeah, he don't know. This is the problem. Bud don't know that Bob Arum was really getting over on Bud. Bud looks at like, I got this guaranteed money, right? But Bob Arum is like, okay, if that's what you want guaranteed money, I'm going to give you some money, right? And then I'll make more off of you on the back end. I'm going to make what you should be making, and then plus my portion. That's how he did Bud, right? And one thing, I'm going to tell you guys one thing that we can put all this shit on right here that just proves my point perfect. It proves my point perfect. Bob Arum said, Al Heyman pays his fighters too much money. Y'all remember that? If your promoter tells you the advisor at PBC pays his fighters too much money, he's telling you they making money over there. So why the hell when you get over at PBC, you don't want to sign with them? You don't think you're going to make money with them because you butt hurt because of Spence. Man, they asked him on the Akim Barak show on the Zone thing. They said, why didn't you join PBC? He said, well, we know that Spence is Al's guy. Spence is Al's guy. We know that, right? We know that. But why didn't you join like Mikey Garcia? You know what Bud said? Oh, well, they were just using Spence. They was using Mikey Garcia to build Spence up. And then dude said, well, Mikey Garcia was already over there making money before he fought Spence. And then Terrence said, well, they just threw him a bone before they let him out there to build it up. What the hell, Bud? That shit doesn't make sense to me, man. Let me tell you why this shit doesn't make sense. Because Mikey Garcia didn't lay down. He didn't just go in there and say, oh, well, here you go, right? He had a chance to beat Spence. So you telling me Mikey Garcia got paid, could have beat Spence because it could have went the other way, right? So you telling me that's wrong? They just throwing him out to the woods, the wolves? He had a chance to win. Like if you get on PBC, they're going to pay you money. And if you beat Spence, you good. If you lose, that ain't up to them. That is not up to them. And that's the shit that I'm talking about. And people fall for that bullshit because they just think, oh, well, man, everybody hating on Hood. Bad business Hood. And my point is, if you don't know business, go surround yourself with people that know business. Because evidently, Bo Mac and them don't know shit. Bernie don't know shit either. Who the hell knows shit? Who knows something in that thing? They could have said, hey, man, you'll make more money off the back end. But this dude had the nerve to say that. This dude had the nerve to say, oh, no, they just got him over there and they just going to feed him to Spence. What if Mikey had won? What if Mikey had won? And why are you even worried about that? Bud said, I'm so confident that I'm going to beat this dude. Then all that shit that you talking is null and void. You talking out the side of your damn neck, man. You talking out the side of your damn neck. Just say your shit and stand on it, man. Bud don't want to stand on that shit. Said Bud feels he's got to say something. He looks bad. And yeah, he looks bad as hell. What he's trying to do is trying to outsmart you. You know, when people come to you with that slick talking shit and try to outsmart you. I remember some cats from Memphis. I used to be around these cats from Memphis, man, and them dudes used to try to slick talk your ass. You be like, dude, just because I ain't from Memphis, bro, don't mean I ain't got game, dog. I see what the hell you talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's like I might not be a professional fighter, but damn, I know how business work, man. I got common sense, man. I got common sense. If your promoter, Bob Arum, tells you at the time while you still on there that Al overpays his fighters, that Al overpays his fighters, that's something you should look into, man. Said Bud sounded salty with that. Like, why wouldn't PBC do their best to position their fighters? Shit I'm talking about, man. That's shit I'm talking about. That's shit I'm talking about. And T, all that shit don't matter if you go in there and you beat Spence. It don't matter. You making money and your job is to go in there and beat Spence, right? You know what I'm saying? That's your thing. That's your thing. He's on Twitter now saying YouTubers are messing up boxing. How the hell is YouTubers messing up boxing? Because we out here telling the truth. You know what I mean? Karma said, Bud thinks everyone is slow and we don't know what's going on. You can say that again. Bud thinks that's the case. And then the thing about it is, you know how people be in a relationship with somebody and the dude get mad at the girl for cheating because he cheated, because she bringing up that he cheated, or the girl get mad at the dude. That's how Bud and all the rest of these people are starting to act. Because we not falling for your bullshit, you getting mad at us. Yeah, he signed with a damn app. You know what I'm saying? He gonna tell us, oh man, y'all haters, if you don't come by the fight. You gonna get mad at me because you on some bullshit and I'm questioning you on the bullshit. And I'm telling you, I'm not gonna support you on that bullshit. Don't that sound like a bad relationship shit? Said Bud is after the bag in his twilight. I think he likes fighting, but likes money more. I agree with that. He also likes his eye more too. You know what I mean? Bud looks at it like this, man. They gonna roll out the damn red carpet if I'm gonna take on Spence as a monster. Because he in his feelings, because Spence gets more credit. Said Bud is in his feelings big time because we all calling him out. Hey, listen, exactly. That's exactly what it is. AM Sports, that's exactly what it is. He in his feelings because we calling his ass out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He all in his feelings because of it, man. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't make sense, man. You know, you're gonna get on here and you're gonna do press conferences talking more about that what we should do in Avenesian this and that. And I understand you trying to protect the bag on that, right? But they was asking questions and Bud was getting irritated. How the hell you gonna get irritated? Because you're a fighter and we want the best from you. You supposed to be pound for pound #1 fighter. You were at one time on just about everybody's list. You pull this bullshit, they drop you down. And when people ask him questions, he get upset. And he better be glad the YouTubers have been behind him. Because he don't come on here. He doesn't advertise himself. So bad publicity is still good publicity. You crazy, dude. You crazy, Adrian. You crazy. He said, I wish he had taken on a tougher fight because the man can't fight. Listen, bruh, I agree with you 150%. Bud can flat out fight. And my thing is this. Bud doesn't have a big window. He's robbing us of his talents. That's where my frustration coming from. The dude can fight. The dude can flat out fight. We all waited all this time. And all he's still talking about is, man, I've been wanting that fight for years. Homeboy, you was at 140 calling him out. You're not even up on their level. You know what I'm saying? That's like Bud being at 140 and Tank call him out at 135. He gonna say, man, you gotta come bring the belt, bro. I'm not gonna come back down. Come on. You coming up, come up. I'm not coming down to 135. You gotta come up here, but bring a belt. Or you gonna go fight the people with the belt first? You're gonna go fight the people with the belt first. Man, it just doesn't make sense, man. Said Bud don't care about the fans. He only cares about the bag. That's clear, man. That's clear. And his pride. It's Bud's pride more than anything. I think Bud wanted that bag, but it's because they didn't roll out the red carpet. They didn't kiss his ass. Al and them didn't kiss his ass. And Bud said in his own words, I FaceTime Spence. Spence never asked where the money was coming from. So if Spence turned that money down and said, nah, I don't want to do it. Why didn't you say right then and there you didn't want to take the fight? But you said they was going to pay you $25 million. But you took a fight for $10 million. And you telling me Al and them was going to screw you so bad you weren't going to make the $10 million. But then the dude said, now I agreed to everything. But it was going to be next year. And that's something I couldn't handle. All you had to do was stand on it, Bud. Bud can't stand on the shit he says. He just can't. Because you know why? He know that shit he's doing is wrong. He knows it. Bud knows his fans and everybody, well, the real fans like us that loves the sport, not his groupies. It's the difference between a fan and a groupie. We are fans. I'm a fan of sports, of boxing, especially. If a fighter can fight, he can fight. I tell y'all when I'm in my feelings, I'm in my feelings over the Keith Thurman thing. I wish he'd have to fight Boots as punishment. But him going to Spence, you think I'm gonna hate on that shit? Hell no, I ain't gonna hate on it. He can fight. Thurman can fight. Do I think he can beat Spence? No, I don't think he can beat Spence. I don't think it's gonna be a cakewalk for Spence. Not at all. I think he's ring savvy. He's gonna come up with tricks, and he knows boxing. He knows boxing. Keith can break down boxing. He's like a coach in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He understands it. He knows the adjustments he's got to make. He knows what can do this. He knows what can stop that. He knows it. He knows it. And there's things he sees in Spence that he knows, that he thinks that he can exploit. You know? You know what I'm saying? He said, Bud forgot who pays his salary. We the people. He did us dirty. Yeah. By talking crap to us. You know what I'm saying? And not standing on his shit. Just stand on it. T-Word said, I call bullshit. Yeah, he ain't getting paid. He ain't getting paid $10 million. He ain't getting paid $10 million, man. He ain't getting paid $10 million. You telling me an app is going to pay him $10 million and don't care if they take a loss? Because they doing a sorry-ass job of promoting that fight. Marvin said, at this point, I'm not sure if Crawford is locked for the Hall of Fame, despite what he thinks. Resume too weak. Listen, Bud is not a first ballot Hall of Fame. He is not locked. He ain't. He said, I can't lie, big bro. He said, I think it might be a cakewalk. Keith been too inactive. Okay. Sorry, it was scrolling. My stuff got a delay, and then sometimes I won't get comments, and I'll scroll all at once. And sometimes I'm reading it, it'll be jumping on me. So I apologize for that. So I'm gonna hit it up again. I can't lie, big bro. I think it might be a cakewalk for Spence, but Keith been too inactive. Yep. He said if Keith sees something, he won't for long. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, yeah, hey, I agree with you, man. He sees something, he won't be seeing it for long. Once he get in there, what they all say, what did Mikey say? I see something. Yeah, you see something, all right. Hey, listen, I hate that Spence folded to the pressure of the fans. Of really not the fans. It was more of the commentators and people like that talking about Spence can't fight. So he went in there and decided to box Mikey when he should have been in there trying to stop, doing his old thing and just stop Mikey. He should have just stopped him because they're going to keep holding it over his head. But go back to what y'all was saying about Bud being a first round Hall of Famer. He's not. You know what I mean? He might get in, but think about it. If Devin moves up, 140 get a belt, moves up to 147 get a belt, he's got the same thing that Crawford has. Same as that. But Devin did it younger. You know what I mean? Said, Bud been doing the fans dirty. We just blame Bob for years. Yeah, I thought it was Bob. He said, eye sockets and ribs may be on Spence dinner plate by round 8. Hey, I agree with that. I like to see it, though, because Keith can make some adjustments, though. Spence wasn't at his best then either. He left Blu-ray. Yeah. And you know what? Listen. And a lot of people don't understand that. With Sean Porter, Spence was blowing up. He had a fat camp. That's why Sean Porter got away with a lot of that trading. Spence was that was a mistake on Spence's part. Spence was doing too much stuff outside the ring than inside the ring, which was stupid. You know what I mean? He said everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face. Thurman went the distance with Barrios. That shit won't happen with Spence taking bets. Spence within 10. Hey, Spence is, I believe it too. Said Devin ain't getting a belt at 147 till Boots go to 154. I agree with that too. Hey, listen, it's going to be hard for him to get a belt at 140. It really will. Antoine Russell, if he gets his hands on them belts or some other people get them belts, man, Devin's going to have a hard time, man. He's going to have a hard time. But we got to see what kind of power Devin takes at 140. How does his body look at 140? I think if he keeps his nutritionist, Devin needs to go higher like somebody like Blu-ray. Now, Blu-ray will go down to 147 and train Devin. I think that, oh, man, he said the same thing. Oh, okay. And Still TV said it wasn't Blu-ray. It was the car accident that got him right. Oh, yeah. But what we saying is when he left Blu-ray, he wasn't really stopping nobody. You know what I'm saying? He was too busy, doing stuff outside the ring. You know what I mean? And then when he got back in the ring, hey, he still did his thing. Still did his thing. But he did a whole lot better once he's focused. And that's how he's got to stay. You know what I mean? Said the way Spence was cut up versus Ugas, that version destroys Mikey, Sean, and Danny. I agree. I agree. And he has some serious power. You remember when Derrick James said that Spence hits hard enough and the way he does it, no matter who he fights, he can hurt him? Remember he used to say that? This is what he meant because he's seen what Spence can do. But he can't say that if Spence out here clubbing and doing all this other silly shit that coming in there having fat camps and just doing fat camps when you go in, Spence was taking that shit for granted. He really was. Yeah. Said Blu-ray had him right. Yeah, Blu-ray had him right. And that was even without having the best diet. Now these dudes with that diet plan got Spence right. They got him right. And they training him right. He went in strong. He didn't look drained. He didn't look tired. His nutritionist and the people that's getting him right, they got him right. They got him right on top of that. And then on top of this, he's got his mind right because he'd been training and running ever since then. And Bud saw Spence doing all that running and training that hot ass sun. He knew Spence was dedicated. And Bud was just playing games because he felt like y'all gonna pay me for this because I'm still mad at y'all for not rolling out the red carpet. Same way I'm in my feelings with Keith Thurman, Bud is still in his feelings about Spence. So I don't see Devin beating any of the top four at a 140. He'll look good against Ryan and T.O., but I like T.O. against Haney. Be a good fight. I think, it'll be a good fight. That'd be a good fight. I think that if T.O. comes in and fights Haney the way he fight Loma, Devin's going to beat him. Because when T.O. was in there with Loma, he didn't have a lot of stamina that fight. Because Loma wasn't really putting out nothing in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? He came in, he got winded towards the end, and T said, I run in the sun, and that gets your lungs and stamina right. Yeah. Said kudos to Spence nutritionist. Yeah. But like I said, I think T.O. got winded in the Kambosos fight and the Lomachenko fight. And with the Lomachenko fight, he wasn't putting out a whole lot. He really wasn't. He wasn't putting out a whole lot. When Loma wasn't throwing, T.O. could have been throwing and working that jab. He could have been doing a whole lot, but he wasn't. Loma's a slow starter. Then when Loma started up, he was, you know what I mean? Loma started bringing it on towards the end, but he should have already had Loma about finished. You know what I'm saying? He should have had Loma gasping for air. He should have stayed on Loma. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to fight, I'm going to stay on you. I'm going to force you to fight. I'm going to let you just keep sitting here figuring it out. Said T.O. versus Devin will be a damn good fight. Devin outboxes him, but T.O. does have that power. I agree with that. And T.O. ain't a whole lot smaller fighter than Devin either. Said T.O.'s another diva. Yep, he sure is. That shit went to his head, man. Went straight to his head and he wasn't training. Oh, we got J-Lo and all that other silly shit. And that shit came back to bite him in the ass. It did. He said, I think Devin can get 2 belts at 140 unless Prograis got him. I don't think he's beating Regis. I don't think he's beating Regis. What's up, AM Sports Media? What's up, man? Man, just same old, just in here cooking this. Said he ain't beating Ragaro. I like to see it go down. Man. But like I said, guys, look, all the phone lines are open. Anybody want to call in and say something? Hey, feel free. Call in anytime. Yeah. AM Sports Media is up in the camp, in the building. Yeah, man. It's going to be some good fights coming up. Because Devin's got to go up. You know what I'm saying? Said Devin makes T.O. look like Kambosos. Yep. But this is my thing. I don't know if T.O. wants to go out there and run that fight. Because T.O. is still dodging people. Who's the guy at 140 that T.O. didn't want to fight? He was like in the ring saying, I can't think who the guy's name is right off. He said, I hope y'all don't want me to fight him. There's other good fights out there for me. He just wants a payday. Dodging somebody already at 140. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows me he's got a lot of doubt in his head, man. That hunger ain't in him, man. Because you should be any of them top guys, you should be gunning for him. Said Regis been slept on a lot. Him versus Cepeda will be a good fight. It's gonna be a damn good fight. It's gonna be a damn good fight. Okay, yeah. So both y'all in here today. Okay, cool. Barboza, yeah, exactly. That's who it was. Is Barboza. Yep, and he act like he don't want to fight him. That's that same old thing he talking about Devin. He's running from Devin too. You know what I'm saying? With him running from Devin, that doesn't show good to me. They won't pay that. Yeah, man. But to me, when a fighter starts doing all that shit, I gotta look at it like, does he really want to fight? And if he's forced into the fight, is it gonna be 100% him? Because you gotta have that mental, man. You gotta have that mental. And I'm not saying that T.O. doesn't have it, but for some reason he's not showing it. Now, before he fought Loma, he looked hungry. Said, AM Sports said, I'd like to see Devin at 140. Devin might be stronger at 140 and carry more pop. He has been draining himself to get to 135. I agree with that. I don't think he got too many more fights at that. I think he should go ahead and fight Loma and then go ahead and go on up. Because he wants that Loma fight so he can get a little bit of more respect. And then after that, he might as well go up or fight Shakur. You know, if he wants to get that. He wants to get that work. But I don't know if it's like this. Devin, I really do think Devin will fight all of them guys. I really do. But at the end of the day, does he want to fight Shakur or does he want to move on up? Because at that point, once he fights Loma, then do you take a Shakur fight or do you go up to 140 and start trying to chase down them other belts? That's the dilemma. See, if he goes up to 140, then everybody's going to say he's dodging Shakur. That's what they're going to say. So that's going to be another bridge we have to come across. Said once fighters start ducking, I don't even want to see them again. Yeah. Once they start that kind of stuff, it starts making you start questioning, do they really, or is their heart still into this fight? What did Hagler say? It's hard getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning when you're sleeping on silk sheets. You know what I mean? When they start making that money, they start losing hunger. You know what I mean? Said Loma really don't want that smoke. Nah, Loma don't. Loma don't want that smoke. I can see it in Loma's eyes. He's like, I'll be ready. I need a little bit more time. Basically, when Devin beat Loma, they still won't respect him. Nah, they ain't going to respect him. But at least he can add that on there. A few people like Paulie, because Paulie Malignaggi is still going at it. Tommy, y'all see what Paulie said? He'll bet them $100,000 that Devin won't fight Loma. And so Devin's dad was like, yeah, we will. We'll bet you 100,000 that we'll fight him. He said, nah, man, not just fight him. I won't beat him. He said, we'll take that bet too. You know what I mean? Said Loma was spooked when Devin was in his face. Hell yeah, he was spooked. Yeah. He looked shocked. Hell yeah, he looked shocked. He said, oh, what, lightweight? He said, this guy's a heavyweight. Yeah. And what did Devin say to him? I will show you in the ring. Devin be punking them, man. Devin be punking. Yeah. Polly's a sucker. Nah, let me tell you this. Polly is a simp. Polly's a simp. Polly is mad at all black men because Adrian Broner banged his girl, man. He's hurt over that. You know what I mean? And I understand it, man. Ain't nobody mentioning Tank Davis. Yeah, we talked about Tank. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, throw Tank on in there, man. Yeah, feel free. Would you like to see Tank fight? Because Tank ain't been ordered to fight nobody because Tank just chasing bags. But like I was saying about Polly, yeah, man. Adrian Broner banged Polly's girl, man, right? And I understand it, man. My girl, I had a girl that cheated on me too, man, right? And I wasn't right. It took me a while to get my head together, man. You know what I mean? When your girl cheat on you, man, it messes you up. But, you know, a real man stands on it and you go, you know what? I was a victim, but I've also cheated on some women too. You shake that shit off and you keep on going, man. You live to fight another day. and Polly's ass is still stuck in the past, man. Oh, my girl cheated. I hate all black men. What he say? He said, black people don't run the sports no more. That's what he said. And then he told Devin, that's one white boy that'll whoop your ass. Then he told Devin, you won't fight Loma. I bet you 100,000. Then he said, I bet you 100,000 you won't beat Loma. And Devin's dad said, hey, we'll take all them bets. We'll take both bets. Then Polly told me, I ain't betting. Nah, dude, you said it, so stand on it. If you said you'll bet them, then stand on that shit, man. Stand on it. Stand on it. Stand on that shit, Polly. Hey, when I get a chance, I'm going to start trolling the shit out of Polly. I'm going to say, nah, Polly, you got to stand on that shit, bro. You got to stand on that. Said Polly challenged Devin to a bare knuckle fight. Another clown looking for clout. Yeah. And let me tell you something. Polly don't want that. Polly won't fight Devin bare knuckle. He thinks maybe, listen, Polly went over to MMA and the dude stood up, boxed Polly, and whooped his ass. He whooped Polly's ass, dude. I'm like, you think Polly could box? Man, Polly got it. Man, forget Polly. That dude's still crying over his girl, man. Between AB getting his lady and Porter beating the hell out of him, Polly is big bitter. Hell yeah, he big bitter. He bitter in the mud, man. He want to see somebody get beat up, man. Yeah. He do. He said Polly got his ass whooped in bare knuckles. Listen, Polly got beat down quick. Head all cut. Hey, he beat Polly. But Polly thought he was just gonna go in there and just run over him, man. But Polly's got to stand on that $100,000 bet, don't he? I think we should all go to Twitter and stand and say, "Hey, Polly, you gonna stand on that $100,000 bet?" Because they said they accept it. They accept your challenge. They accept it. I want to see him stand on that, man. 100,000 for real. I want to see that. Make sure these phone lines. Yeah. If anybody try to call in and it don't seem like it's going through, y'all let me know. Yeah, but the numbers on the screen, guys, still. But yeah, man, Polly better, man. But as you were saying about Tank coming in here, yeah, man. Hey, Tank can jump his ass in the mix. At this age, Tank needs to be in the mix. For real. I'm tired. Listen, it's time for Tank to put up or shut up now. Tank got to get in there and take on some big fights, man. He's got to. He's either got to go after Shakur or he's got to do whatever it takes to make his Ryan fight happen. He's got to fight somebody. I'm getting fed up with that too. You know what I mean? I got to see him against Devin. You know? Why not Shakur? Come on with it. You know what I'm saying? Get in there somewhere. It's time for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But the bad thing about it is WBC can't order Tank because Tank ain't taking orders from nobody. Hey, Floyd built Tank up right, didn't he? Where the belts don't even damn matter, to be honest. Not in his world. So Floyd's a genius when it comes to that. He built that dude up. You know what I mean? And hate to say it, Floyd was right about that Spence and what's name not happening. He knew Bud was bullshitting. He tried to tell us. But anyway, switch some gears a little bit. Let's talk a little bit more about Fundora versus Tony Harrison. I still want to keep y'all thoughts on that, man. I think out of all the, let me put this thing back up. Let me put this. Hold on. I'm gonna put this back up so you guys can see it again. I know you all saw it, but you guys see it again. Hold on. Go back to this comment. Take this comment off. All right. I want you guys to see this banner, man. Out of all the fights that's been ordered, Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz, Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman, David Benavidez versus Plant, Shakur versus Isaac Cruz, Teofimo Lopez versus Sandor Martin, and Sebastian Fundora versus Tony Harrison. I think out of all of these fights right here, the one that I really, really, really want to see, I want to see them all, but the one that I really, really want to see is Tony Harrison versus Sebastian Fundora. That's the one I really want to see. That's the one. It excites me a little bit more. Said Tank got the right path. WBA, they don't fight for shit. Nope, they sure don't. They don't. And if they do, he don't care. He ain't fighting Devin. He already said that. He already said that. Because Floyd said it. You know what I mean? Floyd's like, they ain't fighting. Fedor and Harrison can't wait. I cannot wait for that fight. That's gonna be a good one. Fedor would be good fight if the Tony Harrison that fought Mel shows up. Yeah, I think it will. I think it will because I think he's still hungry. I think he's still got a lot left in the tank. You know what I mean? A little time off probably done him good. He was training Bumgardner. So, that's keeping his skills sharp, watching and coaching and stuff, all that stuff helps. He getting in there probably hopefully he's still been training. Hopefully he ain't had no fat camps. The last time I saw him, he did still look good. Still look good on it. But I want to see that one, man. I want to see that fight. That's the one that excites me a little bit more. That excites me a little bit more because that'll test Fedor and it also see where Tony Harrison still is right about now. Yep. I just can't wait. I can't wait to see that one. Yeah, I can't wait to see that one. If they will. Oh, and Alicia Fine said Tony is ready. All right. Said Tony is lean by nature. Yeah, he is. He is. He stays pretty lean. But I'm just saying, hopefully he ain't, got one of them camps where he gotta, go back and get all that, get all back in shape because he ain't been sparring or nothing. So hopefully he's been doing some kind of little bit of sparring, staying a little active with some of the people he's training too, that'll help keep him sharp. He said, I think so too. He knows he knows this is his last chance to get a title shot. He damn sure got that ring IQ. Yeah, he definitely does. He definitely does. He's got that ring IQ. You know what I mean? And he ain't an easy win. The only reason why, let me tell you something. Only reason why Jamel won that fight because Jamel put all his money into them body shots, and the body shots paid off. If it wasn't for that, if it had made it to them, if it made it to them scorecards, yeah, he'd probably been in a bad situation again. But hey, when them body shots paid dividends, it paid. It paid. When I start seeing them trying to feint and stick it, trying to make them faces and stuff, I was like, yeah. As soon as I said that, when I saw him do that, I said, yeah, it's getting to him. He tried to act like it ain't getting to him. That's when he got caught. His body wasn't moving. Body was not moving, man. Body wasn't moving. Spence and Jamel are, man, they textbook on hitting you, messing that body up. And like T-Word said earlier today, that when they hit them hips stop you from moving the feet. That's what it does. It slows you down. It slows you down. And them dudes they just chopping away at that damn tree. They chopping away at the tree. But Fedor can't do Tony Harrison like that. You know what I'm saying? And Tony Harrison ain't the smallest fighter out there. You know what I'm saying? He ain't. So Fedor ain't going to just be able to go in there and just do all that. Tony Harrison is fundamentally sound. He is. hey, I'm supposed to say, yeah, body shots make you rethink everything. Hell yeah, sure the hell does. Listen, you can take some of them face shots. You can take them. You can roll with them punches. But once them body shots start going in there and your body like, oh, hell, we can't keep taking these. And them, they start coming down, start hitting the face. It's like, I can't even move and get away from this. You know what I mean? You're getting tired. You can't move. You can't get away. I said, what do you think about that guy, David Morrell Jr.? Do you peep his fight last week? Vicious knockout. Nah, I didn't catch it last week. I didn't catch that one. I didn't catch that last week. I'll go back and check it out. I'll go back and check it out. I mean, to be honest, man, I've been watching it, catching some stuff. Some stuff I haven't been rushing back to go see because I'm like, man, to be honest, man, I've been a little pissed off at boxing, man, because we've been getting the bullshit in boxing. We have. They have really, this whole year has been messed up. This was a promising ass year, man. This year was supposed to be lit. This year right here was supposed to be off the chain. Everybody was waiting for this year. Everybody was. Everybody waited on this year, man. Everybody was locked and loaded. And this whole bull crap that they pulled towards the end, it was messed up, man. It threw everybody off. So I just been like, shh. I've been catching some stuff I'm like, you know what I mean? It's just like football. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. We've been getting our ass kicked for I don't know how many years now. So I watch it and I'm just like, shh. I get my feelings over that. You know what I mean? So, but I still watch it. But I need to go in there and watch some more of those though. So it was a vicious knockout. Definitely going. I'll check it out. I'm definitely check that one out. But I can't wait to see that they order these fights and see what's going to happen. Because if these people don't take these orders, then guess what? They're going to start stripping some belts. They're going to free this stuff up. But what it does is it keeps anybody from pulling that Bud shit again. That's what they're doing. Is a chess match. So Bud was saying on the on his interview on the Zone, he was saying that that's when he fight Ortiz. He said, "Yeah, I'll fight him. I've never ducked a mandatory." That's what he said. And they asked him, "Have you ever paid a mandatory?" He's like, "Nah, I've never." He said, "In my career, I've never paid a mandatory. I fought all mandatories." But be it that all his mandatories was never top-notch guys, of course he wouldn't. And of course he'll fight Ortiz faster. He'll fight Spence. So you know what I'm saying? Said dude had to be induced in a coma, still in the hospital. He called out David Benavidez. Hey, that's why I said Canelo will try to fight before he fights David Benavidez. I didn't get to see it, but I know dude is in a coma. You know what I mean? They had to put him in there. I saw the picture where they was walking him out the ring. His face and stuff was all busted up real bad. So I didn't get to go check it out, but I will. I'm going to make my way around to it. Said Spence never paid off a Mando either. Have they ever? He tried to say they paid off, but that wasn't his. Staniosis wasn't his Mando. See, that's what Crawford tried to say. He said that Spence paid off, that they paid what's the name off of Staniosis. Said that they paid Staniosis off. But Spence, like you're right. You're right. Said he inherited that from the WBA Mando from Ugas. He did. Spence fought, he fought. I think he fought every Mando. Now, be it that the some of them delayed some of the mandatories, but he fought them. Because wasn't Danny a mandatory too? I think Danny was a mandatory. He fought Sean Porter, fought Danny, but I think Danny was a mandatory. I think he was. I'm pretty sure he was. They paid Staniosis so him and Ugas could fight, yeah. But it wasn't Spence that did it. Because like you said, Staniosis was Ugas mandatory. So no, Spence didn't pay him. If anybody paid him, it was PBC. It was Al Heyman, them doing it for on behalf of Ugas, basically. And Ugas deserved that fight, man. Ugas deserved that Spence fight. Really, to be honest, he really did. Because he stepped up, he beat Manny Pacquiao, and they needed to get some of them belts off the table too. You know what I mean? They try and get some of these belts off. So, he had to go fight Manny. So that was cool. So, and Spence had an injury. So they worked with Spence. And that's the thing about the whole Spence thing in the WBC. Because the WBC stayed behind Spence, but what did Spence do? He didn't go take any he ain't go take no soft fights to go up. You know what I mean? No tune-ups. So that's always good when a champ does that. It helps the sanctioning bodies. You know what I mean? And now the sanctioning bodies know, man, and they coming out firing. And I think they should. I think they should come out firing. But I think that they should make sure they fire on everybody's ass, including Canelo. They said, now they did say this. They did say this, that if the winner of Benavidez and Plant will be the mandatory for Canelo. Last four was Ocampo, Mando, Porter, unification. Danny was Mando, Ugas, unification, and Manny was a title fight. Yep. And he stopped Ocampo first round body shot. So that's how he did his mandatory. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do your mandatory. You go in and get them the hell out the way. You know what I'm saying? You don't go in there and play with them, but you don't keep fighting mandatories. You know what I mean? You don't just keep going in there and making mandatories like how Bud is doing. That David Evanesian fight, man, I just can't get with that fight, man. He should have picked Ortiz or Boots. That's what he should have done. That's what he should have done. You don't go that far down the list. You don't go that far down the list, man. But like we were saying, though, we're going to get some really good fights. Hopefully, Tony Harrison. Man, I just wish they're going to set these fight dates. I want to know how far away these fights are going to be, man. Because, man, we ain't had what was the last, the best fights that we done had here recently was the women. Clarissa Shields, Baumgartner, Those were really good fights. Devin Haney, that was just him. That was more of a sparring match. He ran through Kambosos again, but he gave us what we want. Wilder knocked dude out first round. So that was typical Wilder. I was okay with that. So everybody else represented. So hopefully they'll go ahead and order these. Said if Benavidez wins, Canelo's will duck. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Canelo gonna say he gonna need a what's the name? Said Mel was the last good men's fight. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. The ladies got it in. Hell yeah, the ladies got it in. And the ladies show you what trying to become the best in your sport looks like. Clarissa Shields has shown. She's shown, man. She has shown and proved that she stands on what she says. She says, I'm the best in the world, and I stand on that shit. I'm the champion. I'll go over to her land and fight her. Why can't Bud do the same shit? What makes Bud better than Clarissa Shields? Because he can't say he's more decorated than Clarissa Shields. And let's just say forget Bud. Let's say the rest of the guys. Everybody else out there with a belt, why they ain't trying to do the same shit? Where the hell is Josh Taylor? You know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor should be out there making some waves, really trying to come on with it, right? Where is that at? Where's Boo Boo at? Boo, he needs to show back up. Where is he at? They all keep saying they got this fight coming out. They ain't announced nothing. It's time for these fights to be being made. It's time for them to start putting it on the books and saying what it is. Everybody's freaking quiet, but everybody said they have a big announcement coming. Everybody's saying they got a big announcement. But ain't nobody announcing anything. Oh, let me check something. Hold on. I'm going to check this real quick. You know, I always check on, see boxing scene right here. Yep, let's go back up here. 140, 168. 168. Here we go. So Demetri Andrade is on her. So who is he going to fight next? Is it going to be Zach Parker? Is it going to be John Ryder? Who is he going to fight? Somebody. He's got to get somebody. Say, hell yeah. Them boys drop belts like bird shit. Yeah, they do. Listen, man. Everybody's trying to protect their own, and everybody's trying to. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Plant was kind of doing the same thing to Canelo one. That loss made him kick in. Now he's going like crazy trying to make his way back to the top. Could have been doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Could have been trying to make them fights. Because now he's making them back to back, ain't he? He made 2 fights back to back, just like that. Benavidez been ready. There's an app called Boxing Showtime, has all the fight cards listed. Oh, okay. That's why the WBC is trying to force these fights. Yep. He said he read that in Biggie voice. Yeah, drop like bird shit. Man, but we got some good fights, man. I don't know who Boo Boo. Do y'all think that when Andre come back, he gonna be have a lot of ring rust? What do y'all think about that? Especially with him moving up. What's y'all thoughts on him? Says Cinnamon gonna use his hand injury to duck Benavidez should he win. Hell yeah, he is. But he already said he wasn't fighting Mexicans. And is he gonna extend that to Mexican Americans? You know what I mean? Is that what he gonna say? Is he just saying from Mexico or Mexican Americans? He gonna get out of that fight. He is not fighting David Benavidez. He's not. And listen, I want to see him fight, but if I was Canelo and in Canelo's shape, if I was Canelo, people are like, hell no, man, we're gonna dodge this fight. Because not only you gonna lose with Benavidez is gonna knock you out and hurt you. He's going to hurt Canelo. He's gonna hurt him. He will probably end his career. If he fights Benavidez will probably end Canelo's career. I'm not saying Canelo won't fight again after that, but it'll be, listen, those punches he take from Benavidez already with his body being worn down, Canelo ain't gonna have too much left after that. Canelo don't have another war in him. He don't have a war in him, man. Canelo doesn't. Yeah, it's over for him. If he fights Benavidez is gonna knock him out. He's gonna knock Canelo out. He is. Canelo is not gonna walk him down and stop him. He's not. And Canelo gets tired towards the end of the fight. Oh, say Andre is on BLK Prime too? Is he? But damn, who is he gonna fight? Damn, everybody over there, ain't they? Well, they got a little bit of money. They shelling it out. When was Boo Boo's last fight? Shh. Boo Boo fight been a while, man. He ain't fought in forever. Oh, let me look it up. Let me look it up. His last fight was Jason Quigley back in 11/19/2021. 11/19/2021. There you have it. So it was a year ago. And before that was Liam Williams back at so he fought 2 times last year. Damn. He fought twice. He fought in April, then turned right around and fought in November. So he fought the last time Bud fought. Yeah, he had a fight. Said Andrade is not on BLK. Oh, he's not? He's not on there? Did he get an 8-figure payday too? So Andrade needs a big payday. He does. He needs a big ass fight too. He gonna have ring rust, and he's just moving up, coming off injury. Yep. Yeah, he is. So Andre was introduced on BLK Prime with Broner on Blue Blood Channel. Okay. Oh, was he? Oh. You hear that T word? He said that Andrade was introduced on BLK Prime. He said, but let Fred tell it. PBC fighters are inactive. So he would, hey, okay. Only PBC fighters are inactive. Man, everybody's inactive. I don't know what it is. Ain't nobody making a whole lot of good fights. Connor Ben was just sad. Did they finally decide they're gonna kick that dude out of boxing? Or is he gonna be suspended? How long is he suspended now? Did they finally come up with that? Or did they go use his B sample, which is probably all steroid up too? He gonna say he drunk some tea or some shit like that, no? Said Andre is gonna photobomb Canelo or Benavidez. Yeah, he gonna be all up in the ring wanting to fight him. He wants Canelo real bad. But they can't keep sitting around waiting on Canelo because Canelo ain't gonna take them fights. Them dudes too young, man. I think at this point Canelo's like, nah. Listen, I think Canelo Green, he gonna try to do 1 or 2 more cash grabs and Canelo Green start retiring. He might say he got problems at his hands, he needs to go ahead and retire. I think the money's good to him, but I think he's done made so much money. I think that right now he's ready to go ahead and start. Especially he beat Triple G, he can leave with a win. Because think about it, man. He can't go up to 175 and fight. He can't. He can't fight Bivol or Better Biv. He's not going to fight Benavidez. Only one he might fight is David Morrow. He's not going to fight William Skull. He might fight him. He's not going to fight Demetrius Andrade. He's only got 2 other fighters. He's got to fight David. He's got to fight David or he's got to fight William. That's the only 2 fights he's got. He can't, what is he going to do? Move down to 150, 154, 160? Jamel Charlo. He's not going to fight Laura again. Gennady Golovin. He can't fight him again. Janemic. No, he's not going to fight him. So he doesn't have a lot of options, man. So Canelo's gonna ride out this injury, man. Said you saw it live. Hey, I believe, man. I take your word on it. Hey, I take your word on it. I'll see it. It'll pop up. I'll look it up. But I take your word on it. So we're gonna go with that. So he's with BLK Prime. If you say you saw it and they announced it, they've been telling the truth so far. Broner joined. What's name joined? But my thing is this. These fighters are joining them. What are they promising these fighters? Because these fighters can't get a title shot unless um they do some kind of deal. So I don't know. See, Andre's going to follow Canelo around, just calling him out. Bars anywhere. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Andre want that fight bad, man. Yeah, like you said, he's gonna be out in bars and restaurants at Chuck E. Cheese with his kids. Hey, Canelo, let's fight. He gonna do like Shannon Biggs. You know, when he pushed what's his name? Pushed him in that restaurant. Canelo only 31 years old. He is, but his body, man. Canelo's body is Canelo's had a whole lot of fights, man. He has. He said, let's go, champ. Yeah, let's go, champ. Let's fight. hey, but Canelo's body, man. Canelo done fought a lot of fights, man. He done had a whole lot. His body's wearing down, man. Canelo body is wearing down, bro. It is. Canelo don't have a whole lot in there. He doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Canelo don't have a whole lot in there, man. Said he's 31, but he's had damn near 60 fights. Yeah, my bad. Canelo's 32. Same thing. He gonna be popping up like Chris Rock in Head of State, popping up trying to fight him and stuff at all the press conferences, like on Rocky. Remember what's name was Rocky? Hey man, fight me when Mr. T Clubber Lane come in trying to fight Rocky. That's what it's gonna be. But yeah, man, Canelo don't have nowhere to go, man. But they said they ordered the fight. So he's got they got that fight out there. So that means as soon as his hand is good, they might give him that. But then again, you know, said Canelo been pro since he was 15. Yeah, he don't fought a lot of fights, man. What's up, Adrian the barber? How you doing, man? Man, nothing much. We in here cooking. We in here talking about all this, man. We talking about who fighting next and all that. We talking about Fedor gonna be fighting, you know, what the WBC ordered, some of the fights that look good, and who is everybody else gonna fight next. So right now we talking about Canelo. Who is Canelo gonna fight? Now the WBC has ordered the winner of Plant versus Benavidez is gonna fight Canelo. So Canelo's not going to 175. He's not going up there. So he's gonna stay 168 because he ain't gonna go down to 160. So he's gonna stay right there. But then again, he could. Canelo, listen, they be finding stuff to pull stuff out of their butt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who he can fight. I don't know. No, do y'all think he go down and fight Lara? Y'all think he'd fight Lara? Nah, but Lara's gonna have to fight Triple G or something. Triple G, listen, man, Triple G just needs to retire. He need to retire, man. Triple G needs to retire. Because he's not gonna fight nobody either. It's about time for some people to get out of the sport, man. It is. They've been in the sport so long. Triple G needs to go. Triple G's on his way out. Loma's gonna be on his way out real soon. Better Biv, he's got a little bit left in him, but he's gonna have to be on his way out. So a lot of these fighters get ready to go, man. They gotta go. So Canelo will find a way to avoid both those dudes. Seeing Bob Arum say Cruz doesn't want to fight Shakur, and that fight's not going to happen. Wow. Somebody said that the other day that they didn't think Cruz would fight Shakur, but it's smart because Shakur's just gonna beat him, man. But he should, because what another loss ain't gonna hurt him too bad. You know what I mean? Said Bivol looking tough right now. I heard Bivol and Cinco de Mayo on Cinco de Mayo. I don't know. I think he's gonna fight Better Biv. Who's number 6 in the WBO at 168? 168. The WBO number 6 is Eric Bazanian. You did say number 6. Yeah. Gonna fight the guy up under him. Number 6. Oh man, hey, Islamic Idagov. Yeah, that's who Canelo gonna fight. Exactly. He probably wouldn't even fight Edgar Berlanga. Think he'd go down and fight him? Yeah, he probably will. Probably go down and fight him. Yeah, I don't even know who that number 6 is, but he right. Canelo gonna go down there and listen. They're gonna talk about how undefeated he's probably an undefeated fighter. They're gonna talk about how good he is and all that. Said, watch Canelo mess around and fight the winner out of Zach Parker and John Ryder. Hey, don't put it past him. Don't put it past him. But it's a lot of these dudes, man. They're getting listen. The new guys are really pushing through, and I think right now it's time to start putting these old guys to bed. Said Crawford's turning boxing into love and hip hop show. Hey, hold on. Hey, I gotta give you that one, bro. I gotta give you that one, man. Hey, it is love and hip hop. Man, we all in here in our feelings and everybody arguing and fighting. We on a damn love and hip hop show. Yeah. Said Triple G has one or two belts. Oh, he does. But guess what? He looked like shit fighting Canelo. He ain't got nothing left. Said Bud took the 6, Canelo gonna take the 7. Yeah. And then gonna tell us we haters if we don't go buy the damn fight. Get mad at us because we're not supporting that foolishness. Yeah, it said Triple G is unified. Yeah, Triple G he's unified, but he's not gonna fight nobody. He ain't gonna fight. He ain't gonna fight. He ain't gonna fight Charlo. He ain't gonna fight because he holds 2 belts. He'll fight Janebic. He'll fight him, or he'll fight Lara. Now I don't think he's gonna fight Lara. I think he'll dodge Lara. He'll go over and fight somebody from WBO or something, trying to get that belt. He ain't fighting Jamel. He ain't doing it. He ain't fighting Jamel. If he's smart, he won't fight Jamel. You know, listen, guys, this is the thing. These dudes know who they can and can't beat. They know it. They know deep down inside who's going to give them a run for their money. And they're going to dodge the shit out of them dudes because they look at it like, man, I'm trying to make as much money as I can. And I get it. But it's the sanctioning body's job to order these damn fights and make these dudes stop playing these damn musical chairs. These dudes playing musical chairs. Oh, he's 40 and can retire now? He should have retired, man. He got his payday from Canelo. He got his payday. It's time for Triple G to retire. As long as we don't have to watch Canelo fight Triple G again. Nah, listen, they would try it again. They would. Oh, you say you think he wants to win since he cashed versus Canelo? Oh, I think he'll take another big payday, but I don't think it'll be against Charlo. He said Triple G versus Charlo, take the cash, then retire. Yeah, nah, he don't need to mess with Charlo. He don't need to mess with Charlo because Charlo will probably knock him out. But I don't know. Jamal ain't done nothing. I mean, he's been kind of off for a while. You know, his back, he's had that back injury and all that. Little G should have retired years ago. Yeah, Little G should have retired a long damn time ago. He should have. Should have never lasted that long, man. But that's what happens because what they do is they keep letting him fight tomato cans and shit, helping him out. You know, the media kept pumping Triple G. He's fighting these little bullshit fights. And what they do, they kept putting him in there. Oh, yeah. And then they blew it up. Yeah, you can fight Canelo. And it was such a good fight. All this other bullshit just to help that dude get a payday. When if they had told the truth, he's past his damn prime, he'd already retired. He's holding those belts hostages. He already got his bag, just needs a cherry to retire on a win. Yep, exactly. That's exactly what he needs to do. He needs one more bag. Because you remember that time he got paid and he got rid of his trainer? You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to pay his trainer. Said Benavidez brings that heat. Oh, Benavidez is going to knock Canelo out if he gets past Plant. And I've got him picked to get past Plant. I do. I'm doubting Plant. Said Triple G versus Charlo is too much work to retire. Oh, it is. Not when you can go get a pretty good payday. Listen, you're going to get the same payday if you fight Lara. He'll get the same payday if he fight Lara, really. Because what they'll do is they'll start pumping it how Lara almost beat Canelo. They'll build it up and make it sound good. And then they'll keep saying Jamal ain't fought nobody. And then they'll build that fight up and let him fight him. And then let him retire. And he might be able to rob Lara. If he can make it to the scorecards, he can probably rob Lara. Said he almost got it done. Canelo didn't look that great in number 3. Nah, Canelo didn't look that great in number 1. Said, what is Gabe Rosario doing? Fight him. I don't know. Tell me Banana. I don't know. Banana can fight. Banana can fight. Rosario. Rosado. I'm saying Gabe Rosado. My bad. My bad. Gabe Rosado. Yeah. He can fight him. Canelo's is shot at the top level. Yeah. He is. He can't take on them top fights. He can't. Canelo can't. Canelo can't take on them top fights. Like I said, he gets winded towards every fight towards the end. Towards the ninth round, Canelo is done. Like I said, he's had too many fights, man. Canelo had too many fights, dude. His body giving out his knee. He's keeping his knee up. So we looking for Canelo. Said Banana just got stopped again. Oh, okay. Again? Wow. Banana was good. Gabe got stopped his last fight. So Gabe is in the running for Canelo for sure. Hey, you ain't never lied. They are going to let Canelo and what's name cherry pick their way out. They are. Canelo and what's name is going to cherry pick their way out. So we're going to run through this. We're going to run through this one more time real quick. So we got at 175, we got Beterbiev versus Demetrius Bivol. Y'all think that's good? That fight is going to be made? I think it's going to be. I think after that, Benavidez versus Plant, that one's going to be made. And then we got that one hooked. At 160, Jamel, I don't know who he's going to fight. So we still up in the air at 160. Who's going to really come out and do something. So at 154, we good. Because Jamel, you know he's going to fight. He's going to fight Tim Tszyu. So that's going down. And then and Rosado's got to fight. I mean, not Rosado. Tony Harrison's got to fight Stretch Armstrong. Fundora. So he's got to fight Stretch Armstrong. 47, we still up in the air. So hopefully Spence will go ahead and fight Thurman. Hopefully that'll happen. So we'll be good on that, man. Yeah. I believe all that. So we good on all that, man. So yeah, that's cool. So I think everything is good. I think with this next coming year, in 2023, everything is going to be perfect. I think that everybody didn't make the money that they wanted to be made, and I think that Bud pissed everybody off. I think the sanctioning body is teaming up. I think everybody's ready. Said Bivol, nope. Plant, yep. So yeah. He'll fight Plant. Yeah. Canelo will fight Plant. Yeah. Canelo will fight Plant down there at that. He really will. Said Errol Spence so depressed about fighting one time. Thurman, bro, got high and drunk. I think that was a skit, man. They said it was a skit, AAR. I think they said it was a skit, man. Said Mel gonna bust him up. Yeah, Mel gonna bust up Tim Tszyu. Yeah, Mel got that one. You know what I'm saying? All Mel got to do is listen to Derrick James and take that fight serious like he always does, man. You know what I'm saying? And then what Mel gonna do? After that fight, Mel gonna have to go ahead and get on up, man. Mel gonna have to go on up. Everybody's got to go up now. Because Mel can't just keep sitting there defending titles. You know what I'm saying? So Mel's going to have to go on up. Yeah, Marvin said that was a skit. He's talking to you, AAR. He said that was a skit. Yeah, they told me yesterday that was a skit. Said that him and his girl did a skit for that. But yeah, Jamel's got to go up. So when Jamel goes up, that leaves room for Errol Spence to come on up. So then them guys, so 154 would be good. So Jamel needs to go up. He said opinions vary all over. He said he don't think it was a skit. He said Mel should move up on after he beaten Tim's ass since Miles seems to be done. I agree. I think everybody needs to move up and push on up. But at the end of the day, we should be getting ready to see everything we want to see. Mel defends until Earl moves up. Yeah, until Jamal moves up. I think Jamal should move up. If what's them don't fight him, if Triple G don't fight him, Triple G ain't fighting him. Triple G ain't fighting Jamal, man. He ain't doing it. And so who you got? Triple G owns 2 belts. He's got one, and Janema's got the other one. So hopefully, could he go over there and fight him, get that WBO? Because at this point in time, you're going to have to start making some moves real quick, man. some moves got to be made real quick. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, guys, we get everything we hope for. And so, we get all that. So anyway, guys, I'm going to roll on up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody coming in. On you guys on your way out, man. Please hit the like button, man. And said the skit was bad look, fake or not. Yeah, it was a bad look. It was a bad look. Yeah, definitely that. But anyway, guys, we said what we said and we stand on that shit. So that's straight up no chaser. So until tomorrow night, we on here every night at 10 p.m. Eastern time. You guys make sure that you guys tune in because your boy is gonna be on a show come Sunday night, AM Sports Media. I'm gonna be on that Sunday at 4 p.m. So you guys tune into that. I'll be in on that. We're gonna go over there and chop it up. Can't wait. Man, appreciate everybody, man. Y'all have a good night. And I'll catch up with everybody tomorrow night, 10 p.m. See y'all then. All right, fight fam. Peace.